Sweetheart, is that you? Oh, hi, honey. You don't normally get up in the middle of the night to watch TV like this. I mean, at least, not watching silly infomercials. Oh, yes, I know they can be interesting, and I have definitely been caught up in how life changing these products seem to be. They really are good at making you think you can fix your entire life with one special kitchen sponge. But the point that I'm making is usually when I find you downstairs, it's because there's actually something compelling on. Do you mind if I sit down with you? Or are you looking for alone time? Thank you, baby. Can I mute this for a moment? Thanks. You know, I wanted to thank you. You've been extremely understanding with how busy my life has been lately, trying to get everything situated with the house and the neighbors. It's times like this that I'm reminded how blessed I am to have you as my child. You're a rock star. But that doesn't mean you can't come to me if something is bothering you. You take a lot on your shoulders. I see you do it. And I know it's because you're loving and because you love me. Again, I am so lucky to have you. I know there have been times where I depended on you too much, and where, in figuring out this parenting thing, I've made you feel like you were the parent. I wish circumstances had been different, and that I had made different choices to be a better foundation for you. You are strong, and you are brave, and I am so proud to watch you go about your day-to-day life making strides 1,000,000 times wiser than I could have ever made. My fabulous child, you're amazing to watch. But I am still your mom. You can trust me with anything, and as you've seen lately, together, we can do anything. I've been around this block a couple times, mostly because I keep getting lost. But I have learned a few things. I'm glad my ego doesn't get in the way like it used to, and I'm sorry for that. But the best thing I've learned is that it's okay to come to other people you trust when you're having a hard time. To be honest, and this is not a comment on your appearance, because you know I think you are the best looking kid around, but right now on this couch tonight, you look stressed and sad. You look like you are trying to keep 20 plates in the air on a slippery floor. I know you have other people you can talk to, and by all means, if they can offer you the words that you need, I won't feel slighted at all if you only want their help. But if you do want my help, then please don't feel like my busy schedule and crazy mom friends and menopause moments means that you can't let me shoulder some of what is making you so worried. I love you. I love you unconditionally, and not just because I'm your mom. Not just because I gave birth to you and because I see some of myself in you. I love you because I really like you. I like the things that you have to say and the choices you make and how you learn your life lessons. You are thoughtful and kind in ways that blow me away. I love seeing how you look out for other people, and I have learned so much more from you than I ever thought I could, holding you in my arms as a baby. You are precious to me, and no matter what mistakes you make, you will never be wrong or bad in my eyes. So, will you think about sharing with me? Oh, sweetheart, you are not going to burden me with your problems. Let me let you in on a little secret. You have never once in your life been a burden. Every moment I have gotten to take care of you has been a blessing. You are a blessing on me, on your friends, on everyone in your life. You've told me that sometimes you worry about taking up too much space or being too difficult for others to handle. I can totally relate to that feeling. You know, my relationship with the family and how I felt when I was younger. When you're a person who cares so much about others, it seems easier to take all of your needs and shove them down into a little box to make more space for other people to dance and thrive. But those of us in the room with you want to see you dance just as much. That box is unnecessary. It is an honor being your mother. And I mean everything that comes with that. When you were sick as a kid and you got your snotty nose all over my new shirt, that is exactly the daily life I want. When fate hired me to be your mom, it said, one of your duties is going to be sitting on the couch at 3 a.m. before a big meeting the next day and listening to your child complain about their math teacher for 2 hours. Do you accept? Do you know what I say to that? Heck yeah! They trust me enough to do that. That's awesome. How else can I be there for them? Being there for you is not a burden. It's a privilege. If something is keeping you up at night, and I can even help just by listening to you talk through it, then that is exactly the best thing I could do with my evening. I hope I can help you understand that you don't always have to be strong for other people. I know you are strong and insanely capable. You have a great capacity to work through things on your own. And you don't need hugs from me like when you were a toddler, even though you know I still love giving them. Mentally and physically, I want to give my all to you and help you grow and become the adult you want to be. You will never be too old to cuddle up with Mom and cry if you need to. Being an adult doesn't mean holding your feelings in and only processing emotions on your watch when it's convenient. You don't have to hold back because you're worried about making other people uncomfortable. The people who truly matter in your life won't mind. You are not a burden, and your feelings are not a burden, and your problems are not a burden, and your needs are not a burden. I like to think about it this way. If you are making an amazing recipe that is complex and nourishing and is going to wow everyone around you, then you are going to need certain ingredients. Some of those ingredients on their own are not going to taste good. In fact, they would be the last thing you'd want to eat. But when you put them together with everything else, they are transformed and important. Some of those ingredients are going to be heavier than others, difficult to deal with or prep, like when I was trying to figure out how to slice that mango. Sometimes it's even hard to find them or get them home from the grocery store. However, this dish is your magnum opus. It's the most important thing you will ever make. Those who get to enjoy that dish, well, of course they're going to be willing to help you make it, since maybe they've had to deal with those ingredients before. In fact, you all know that the dish will be better through collaboration. Everyone is in the process of making their own perfect recipe, sharing one kitchen and trading whatever tools they need. I hope it's fairly obvious, but the process of growing up and becoming who you are is the recipe. Having seen me get in over my head in the kitchen trying to make far too much food for tons of people and then not accepting any help because I'm worried about ruining the party or letting people see behind the curtain at what a chaotic hostess I am. You yourself have reminded me in that sweet voice of yours that everyone would be better, everyone would have a better time, everyone would be happier making the meal together. Some people even like cooking more than they like parties. This is getting too abstract. What I'm trying to say is when it comes to you, helping out in the kitchen is my favorite activity. If I'm not the right person to help at this time, then that's totally your call, and I respect that. But if you think I might be able to assist, then I'm happy to put my apron on. I love you, sweetheart. Do you want me to turn the commercials back on? Okay, then let's talk. I'm listening.